Now to an NBC10 investigation looking into unsolved murders. The NBC10 investigators paged through hundreds of Philadelphia arrest records to see how often police arrest murder suspects. Investigative reporter Mitch Blacher discovered you can predict if a case will go cold based on a victim's skin color.
How handsome he is, and he was so happy.
Crystal Arthur's house is still filled with her son Christian's pictures.
I feel like he's been stolen. You know, my son was literally stolen from me.
In mid-July 2017, Christian was outside his grandmother's house in South Philly talking with friends.
2 cars came up, and they got out and just started shooting up the block.
Christian wasn't the target. He was the only one killed. Since his murder, Philadelphia has seen another 1,400 homicides. Police records show 93% of the victims were black or Hispanic. 6% were white. When a person of color was murdered, Philly police made an arrest 35% of the time. When the victim was white, the arrest rate jumped to 63%.
Your unit does a way better job of arresting homicide suspects when the victim is white. Why do you think that is?
I think it's primarily due to for one reason, okay, and that's witness cooperation.
Captain Jason Smith leads the Philadelphia Police Department's homicide unit. He says witnesses or informants are more likely to talk to officers who look like them.
Do you have a diverse enough staff?
The answer to that is no, because I don't. That's my personal opinion. Close to 70% of the investigators, we're just speaking about the detectives, were white males.
57% of the entire Philadelphia Police Department is white, even though only 34% of the city's population is. Last June, City Council passed a bill requiring the department's recruits to live in the city for at least a year. The goal is a more diverse police force.
And I didn't want to be a drug dealer. I didn't want to get shot. I didn't want to be targeted to be killed. But I wanted to survive.
Growing up in Grays Ferry, Tyreek Glasgow never wanted to talk to the police.
That's where I started my illegal activities at.
Even after being shot 11 times, he wouldn't tell police who pulled the trigger.
Because the relationship wasn't there.
What else you said you needed? Some noodles?
Today, Glasgow builds relationships through his nonprofit, the Young Chances Foundation.
A lot of times we know what's going on, but we're not going to let you dictate the outcome in our community because it never helps.
You don't trust the police.
The community doesn't trust the system of policing.
Glasgow told us when police show up, the perception is they're there not to solve a crime, but to break up a family.
When you come and you're asking us to help your investigation, what you're basically saying is, help put away another man in your family. Help put away another father.
You know what? It makes me feel close to him.
Crystal Arthur and hundreds of other parents just want justice for their kids.
I just pray that I get to meet his killer. I want to look him in the eye. I want to know why did you do that? Why did you rip my heart apart?
For the investigators, I'm Mitch Blacher, NBC10 News.